Welcome back to Kansas City, or for those of you who are the first time, welcome to Kansas City. We're going to cover a couple of questions about the broker and their mentality that they have to have, or really should have, before they get deep into the level funding world. Now, these are questions that if you ask yourself before you come into this business, you'll see if this business or this side of the insurance world is actually a good fit for you and your character and you and your outlook. If these don't fit, folks, it's going to be a very difficult life for you to sell level funding if you don't have a couple of characteristics that make great level funded brokers. Now, what are those characteristics? There are three big ones that you need to have as a level funded broker. Number one, and this is the most important one, you have to be in level funding for a longer period of time. If you're looking to come into the business and make a whole bunch of money in 6-8 months and then leave, level funding is going to be a terrible fit for you. Level funding pays off over years. Level funding is built for the brokers who want to take care of their clients as they go through time together. They mature the book, mature themselves. Level funding is at least a 12-month contract. And in general, the surplus mechanism allows those plans to have better years in years 2, 3, 4, and on. So make sure your time frame for you being in the insurance business is longer than a year. If it's not, level funding is not going to be a great fit for you, and you're going to hurt a number of people doing it because you're going to try to force sales when it's not a good fit for them. Number two, level funding requires a higher character broker. These brokers are brokers who, in general, are willing and able and have the mental fortitude to tell the truth early, even if it's inconvenient. If you tell the truth early in these programs, you are candid about the shortfalls, candid about the drawbacks, candid about one that comes to mind, you have to be on this for a year, Mr. Business Owner. If you are candid about these things up front, you avoid a lot of the problems long term. Level funding is a more complicated program than the fully insured world. It doesn't mean you can't handle it, but it does mean it requires a broker who is more professional and more committed to the long term. And number three, and this is a really big one, level funding requires a higher level of work and service than fully insured does. Now, when you hear that as a young broker and you're looking at this saying, Tom, why would I do this? This sounds like more work. I have to be a stronger individual. I have to be more educated. You're right. But you can see it in a slightly different way. Because it requires all of these things, the great level funded brokers have incredibly good lives after their book is developed. So if you're willing to build for the long term, if you're willing to invest in your career and become more and more educated and more of a professional, then your loyalty goes way up. These plans are extremely sticky. And because they're sticky, you can make a great living doing level funded on your main street, taking care of your smaller town, and eventually have a very easy life in terms of amount of work per week if you do the hard work up front. If you don't, if you try to come in ham-handed or half-cocked or however you want to say it, level funding will be a nightmare, not just for you, but for your general agent. And eventually you're going to get turned off if you don't do the right things for your clients. So come into level funding, realize it's harder, but realize if you have the mental fortitude to learn and the character to stand up and be honest early, there is, and this is my opinion, I believe this fervently, there is no better vehicle to protect Main Street America than level funding programs with 100% surplus. Now, if you were asking questions, Tom, what do you mean by these other comments? We did put together a couple of tools that are our gift to you as the young broker. Now, you can get the digital copy because I can send that to you. If you want the physical copy, you got to buy it off Amazon. But I'll send you the digital copy of the Noble Agent's Guide to Level Funding, as well as a number of other tools. All you have to do is reach out, and we'll send them out to you, and then we'll get you started on the very first step. So if you're willing to do the work, we're willing to work with you. Go out there and fight for your Main Street. All right, we'll see you in a bit.